The name of one member of parliament of Kiharu, Honorable Ndidi Nyoro, has been a name that has currently been spoken about several times in regards to the recent scathing attacks that were launched against Ndidi Nyoro by the majority leader and minority leader in the National Assembly, Ichugwah and Junet Mohammed. Ndidi Nyoro was recently also kicked out as the chair of the budget committee, the chair of the budget and appropriation committee in the National Assembly. Now, the question that a lot of Kenyans have been asking: what is the play of President William Ruto against Ndidi Nyoro? What do they want with Ndidi Nyoro? Or what is their plan? What is the plan of President William Ruto against Ndidi Nyoro? That is the major question that we are asking, and we are trying to cover every dimension in this analysis of what is the plan against Ndidi Nyoro by the state. Now, to begin with, Ndidi Nyoro has been one of the most top performing members of parliament in the Republic of Kenya, and if truth is something to go by, Ndidi Nyoro is one of the most brilliant minds that we have in the current parliament. And that is why President William Ruto allowed Ndidi Nyoro to serve as the Budget and Appropriation Committee chairperson. Now, let's get back to the national politics. Ndidi Nyoro has avoided making his stance in regards to the current politics of the Republic of Kenya. Now, the question that a lot of people are asking: why should Ndidi Nyoro remain calm at a time that his career has been put in jeopardy by the state? Now, that is the main question. Why is Ndidi Nyoro quiet? As we all know, Ndidi Nyoro, during the 2018 to 2022 general election, he was among the men that stood firm in defense of President William Ruto. He fought so hard against the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, called out Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta names, because then he knew he was defending the right cause. And for him, he continued to do everything campaigning for William Ruto, yet behind the curtains, Ndidi Nyoro was clearly working every angle to make sure that Ruto becomes the president, and also working every angle to make sure that his people in Keharu are catered for and taken care of. Now, the fallout between Ndidi Nyoro and President William Ruto and Ichugwah is rumored to have been articulated with Ndidi Nyoro's stand not to associate himself with the impeachment of the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Ndidi Nyoro refused to be a sellout. He refused to be a champion of the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. He left that mandate to Ichugwah, who took the mantle and decided to fight against Rigathi Gachagua, to destroy the political career of Rigathi Gachagua. But Ndidi Nyoro avoided that at all cost. Now, that is where his loyalty to President William Ruto was put in question. And they began the conversation led by Ichugwah, that people who are not loyal to the state, people who are not loyal to the government that put them in power, it's about time that they exit the privileges that they enjoy. And Ndidi Nyoro kept quiet in that. Now, he has never talked about Rigathi Gachagua. He has never talked about President William Ruto. He has refused to comment about Raila Amolo Odinga. He said whether Raila joins the government or not, what will happen or what people will judge William Ruto with is what he will deliver. It will never be known that Kithure Kindiki was the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. What will be known is that Kenya failed under William Ruto as its president. Now, let's come to the region of the Mount Kenya region. We have Irongo Kang'ata, the governor of Murang'a County. We have Kiharu Member of Parliament Ndidi Nyoro. These are the most loved current legislatures under the William Ruto's government. And they have done everything in their power to prove that they deserve to be in the positions that they are. and that they deserve even more time to continue serving their constituents or the people that they represent. The other person that we have loved so much in the Mount Kenya region is Rigathi Gachagua. Now, Irongo Kangata severally recently has associated himself with Rigathi Gachagua. Ndidi Nyoro has refused to either sow his allegiance to Rigathi Gachagua or to William Ruto. And because of this intimidation, they want him to make his stand, whether you are for us or whether you are for them. That is what Ruto has always requested Ndidi Nyoro to do. But Ndidi has refused. Now, let me tell you one thing. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta endorsed Fred Matiang'i as the presidential candidate through the Jubilee Party ticket come the year 2027. Now, if Matiang'i will be in the ballot papers come the year 2027, there will be a division of the Mount Kenya votes. Those that trust on the cause that Rigathi Gachagua represent and the candidate that Rigathi Gachagua will front for the people of the Mount Kenya region. Those that believe in Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta will also vote for Fred Matiang'i and will vote for the track record that Fred Matiang'i proved while he served as the Cabinet Secretary of ICT, Education, and Interior Cabinet Docket. Now, one President William Ruto knows that he will lose a lot if Fred Matiang'i and Rigathi Gachagua are seen to be joining hands the way we have heard recently that they are preparing to come together for the sake of choosing one candidate that they will front come the year 2027. Now, if these people join hands, that means the mountain will be united to vote against President William Ruto as a bloc. And Ruto don't want that. So according to analysts, the angle that Ruto is playing and the whole attacks that have been fronted against Ndidi Nyoro, it's just an orchestration of something big. That Ndidi Nyoro is and will be used as a puppet of President William Ruto to divide the Mount Kenya region votes come the year 2027. Why am I saying this? Ruto knows when the mountain votes as a bloc, he loses. So to have the mountain divided, how about use their most loyal son and front him as a possible presidential candidate come the year 2027? If they front Ndidi Nyoro as the possible presidential candidate come the year 2027, the votes of the Mount Kenya region will be divided. There are those that will follow the candidate supported by Rigathi Gachagua, and there are those that will vote for Ndidi Nyoro. If the Ndidi Nyoro votes are, if the Mount Kenya votes region are divided, that means there is a possibility of President William Ruto walking in between Rigathi Gachagua and Ndidi Nyoro and becoming the president. So that is something that Ruto is counting on. He is counting on Ndidi Nyoro tabling his ambitions for the presidency. He knows that people in the Mount Kenya region love Ndidi Nyoro. Yes, they are preparing to make Ndidi Nyoro a presidential candidate after the 2027 general election. But if Ndidi Nyoro comes in early and declares his bid for presidency, then it will be better for President William Ruto, though it won't be better for Ndidi Nyoro. Ruto, after Ndidi fails, Ruto will reward Ndidi Nyoro with a cabinet docket as a cabinet secretary for interior or cabinet secretary for finance. Remember, Ndidi Nyoro is an economist. He can be given the treasury docket. Now, Ndidi will serve in that docket, but from there, his career as a politician will be dead because there is no way he will come back to ask for votes as a presidential candidate come the year 2032 after he connived to serve in William Ruto's government. You know, this is how ambitions are killed. People of the Mount Kenya region had a lot of hope in Mutahi Kagwe. Mutahi Kagwe was a factor in Nyeri County. But when he accepted the proposal to work under William Ruto, Mutahi Kagwe ruled his ambitions for ever standing for any elective position in the Mount Kenya region. Are we together? And that is what Ruto is telling Ndidi Nyoro. Right now, we should play the card of being nemesis, that we are fighting, that we are not working together. And I tell you, when the time comes and when the time is right, front your candidature. Seek to be elected as a presidential candidate. And once you lose, I am going to accommodate you in my government. Remember, I have raised you in politics. I know all about you in politics. So allow me to be your godfather and to plan you on how we are going to work on the political cards of the Republic of Kenya. That is exactly what William Ruto and Ndidi Nyoro might be doing behind everybody's back. Those that might think that this fight is genuine, then you must take your your seat back and relax and try to analyze the situation. Because Didi being kicked out as the budget chair doesn't mean that he has lost his mandate as the most the most hardworking member of parliament in the country. And we all have seen there is another function that is also being born in parliament. We are the two most hardworking members of parliament, Didi Nyoro and Honorable Babu Owino, have Babu Owino severally has made it known that he and Ndidi Nyoro are the future of the politics of the Republic of Kenya, and that there might be a possibility that Babu Owino and Ndidi Nyoro might run for presidency. Are we together? What if even the fight between Raila Amolo Odinga and Babu Owino is an orchestrated fight? You know, politics is a dirty game, and I tell you, there is nothing that you can tell me that hands up in this politics. Because you might see it. Let me tell you one thing, even with Raila Amolo Odinga, you might view everything with just an open and clear mind, seeing things for what you think they are. But behind the curtains, that's not what how things are. Things are different. Things are different and that they are totally different. And that's why I'm telling you, you might think that Babu is currently not supported by Raila Amolo Odinga. You might think that currently Ndidi Nyoro is not supported by William Ruto. But behind the curtains, these people are planning and orchestrating on how they will divide a united front, which is the Mount Kenya region bloc, which is united to vote against William Ruto. If this united front is divided amongst itself, then that means Ruto will have the highest possibility of becoming the president for the second term and will rule this country for 10 years. Just sit down, relax, and analyze the situation as I have told you. And you realize that there is something that is missing in this whole fight. Leave a comment in the comment section.